Welcome, dear soul, to yet another tantalizing chapter of Echoes of the Dark. I am Violet Nocturne, your ever-watchful hostess, weaving tales that scratch at the very fabric of what it means to feel human. Tell me, my darling, have you ever looked into someone's eyes and wondered what lies behind them? Not their intentions, not their dreams, but something far more sinister. Or perhaps, nothing at all? Tonight's story is a needle that threads through the unmarked corners of that question. A tale about masks, but not the ones that humans wear for others. These marks conceal the truth from themselves. If you're ready to peel back the skin of reality, follow me into the abyss. We begin with a man named Aaron. Aaron was like anybody you might pass on the street. A little too tired, a little too distracted. Salaryman chic, as I like to call it. The year is inconsequential, the town unimportant, though it could just as well be yours. For Aaron, life was predictable. He always worked late at the same corporate building, trudging back to his tiny apartment in the eerily vacant hours of the night. Lately, Aaron noticed things out of place. A door left slightly ajar when he was sure he'd closed it. Keys on the countertop when they'd always been by the door. A faint scuffling sound from his kitchen on nights it should have been silent. But darling, as Aaron taught us so well, it's so very human to dismiss the strange when the ordinary is so maddeningly comforting. That night, well past midnight, somewhere between the howl of the wind and the faint glow of a street lamp, Aaron found the first clue. Beneath his bed, a strange object was tucked. A tiny porcelain doll with mismatched eyes and what appeared to be dried red paint running down its cheeks. It looked old, brimming with another life. A mistake, perhaps, he thought. Someone else's carelessly left behind possession. Surely not his. But the doll kept reappearing. One night in his bathroom sink, another, perched just above his bedroom dresser, staring directly at him. Aaron's friends hailed it as an elaborate prank. After all, wasn't it absurd to think that something so small, so harmless, could walk on its own? You're starting to furrow your brows, aren't you? This unsettling stir in your chest is what I love about listeners like you. You sense, just like Aaron did, that reality itself was starting to bend. Aaron promised himself that night, a night where rain drummed against his window so ferociously it drowned out his thoughts, he would finally catch whoever, or whatever, was behind this trick. So, he prepared a trap, cameras positioned in every corner of his apartment, a series of locks on every door, and no windows left open. And for a while, it seemed he had conquered the nightmare. No doll, no mysterious sounds, nothing to disrupt the stagnant monotony of life. Or so it seemed. 1 week later, early at dawn, Aaron finally dared to review the footage from his surveillance. Oh, how his soul froze as time sped forward without a single blink. For at exactly 3:14 a.m., his bedroom door swung open with no one on the other side. And yet, there it was. The doll crawling on its porcelain knees across the floor, reaching his bed as it tipped its unsettling, too heavy head upward toward his sleeping form. Aaron didn't go to work the next day, didn't sleep that night, nor the next. Weeks melted into madness as he became convinced it wasn't the doll anymore. It was everything around him. His favorite barista? Gone. Replaced with someone hollow-eyed. Same name tag, but no recognition. His neighbor on the third floor who always smiled at him had turned, distant and gray somehow, as if something had pulled the color from beneath their skin. The world he knew was fraying rapidly, and darling, the scariest part? You can't explain insanity to someone else when you've already lost your grip on what is sane. One fateful night, Aaron decided he had to end it. The doll wouldn't have power if it were destroyed. With trembling hands, he lit matches under its cold porcelain body in an oil drum behind his building. Its paints began to bubble slowly as he thought he could hear faint cries, But as the flames consumed it, the world around him warped. It wasn't the doll. The doll was only a tether, a thorn to pull away his veil of illusions. Aaron turned to see a sky split in half by glowing eyes each the size of mountains. Hundreds, thousands, peering into him as he himself dissolved into a shadow of who or whatever had replaced all of his existence. And thus, dear listener, we find ourselves here. That moment where you wonder how you'd fare in Aaron's place. Because isn't it possible, just slightly, that those cheerful faces surrounding you aren't faces at all? They could be the hollow ones, operating under a scheme as ancient as shadow, waiting for you to notice that slight, uncanny turn in their expression. Remember, it was never just the doll. Objects hold echoes, yes, but reality itself? It bends to eyes you were never meant to see. Rest easy tonight, darling, if you can. But before you go, ask yourself, how well do you really know the people around you? Could they be one of the hollow ones? Or worse yet, could it maybe be you? Until next time, my darklings, sleep well. Oh, and remember, don't look behind you.